My name is Morgan Sudert, and I decided to make a college class registration app with ChatGPT. So, what I started out with was a college registration app here, and it gave me some ideas of what functionality should be in an app like this. So, user registration, course catalog, course selection, availability, things like that, to make it look like a real college registration course app, which is very relevant right now because most of us students are registering for next semester, and it can be a daunting task to get everything you want, workout times, schedules. So I thought this app would be a good example of how that all works. So I started just saying college class registration app and then code, just see what they decided to just make. So first it was in JavaScript, which is not necessarily what I wanted. I kind of wanted Python since this class is about Python and I've been trying to learn it more. So we did Python. I said no Flask because the one before it that was Python, which I don't see here, but that was Python. It had Flask, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't really understand how Flask, I tried to import it, I just couldn't get it working. So I just decided to make it with no Flask, and then the app started working fine. So I did that. Then I started asking for things such as user input, making it a little bit more complicated, just adding one little thing at a time so that it can not add a million things at a time and get the whole thing confused, but just little things. Then I started to add a GUI in there, make it look nicer. Played around with displaying the course catalog, um, display course catalog again, just in a different way. And then I added colorful because I'm wanting some colors in there to make it look a little better. Background in there as well. Maybe some UI as well. Imaging. Imaging wasn't working exactly correct, so I took the images out. But it was a good experiment. Now we're getting some button colors, make some things look a little nicer. New schedule, so like it shows the schedule. Let's skip ahead here. New schedule in a text form. Originally I tried to do an image and images weren't working correctly, so I decided to just do it in text form so the student can use it and look at it well. Text as well. Well, I added a bunch more classes because there was only 3 or 4 on the schedule, and then when I added too many classes it kind of confused the system a little bit, so I took it back down to just a few classes. And then the ability to pick classes. We've got no register button. Instead, you can pick a class button because the register button wasn't as nice as this new picking classes button. And then showing multiple student schedules, that is something we played around with. And then student name input is one of the last things we did. So as you can see here, we've got a good amount of code here. I commented it all up. I love how the system made everything easy to understand. So labeling some of these classes and what they do, some of the GUI functions, it made a perfect sense to me how this system works, which I appreciate for learning purposes. So when I open this up, I get the GUI application here. So first I put my name and then, oh, oops, sorry, show course catalog. So right here you can see some of the courses that are added. I did add quite a few on there, and it shows the course, the name, the capacity, the time it's running, and then how many students are enrolled. And this changes once you enroll in the class. So I will enroll in C001, pick the course, registration is successful, and then I generate my new schedule. So this is my schedule with my name, and then first I have Introduction to Python at Mondays 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. That is my class. So if we show the course catalog again, you'll see 1 out of 30 students since I just added it. Now let's add a different person. I'll just use my sister's name, why not? And then we'll do a different class. We'll do web development. Sounds like fun. Pick class, generate the schedule, and then this is hers, web development, Tuesdays 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then when we show the course catalog, again, we have the 1 out of 20 here, and you can keep adding all courses if you want. So I could add more to mine. I'll add web development, why not? So pick that course, generate my schedule, and now I have web development and Python on here. There are some fun other things. So as you can see here, there's a capacity of 30. If I were to do 30 students, then we're full class. If I wanted to add a 31st student, I would get an error saying that the class is full, try another class, and as you can see here, there's plenty of class types, artificial intelligence, machine learning, all of this fun stuff for students to choose from and just kind of get used to how these kind of systems work, since every college student has to register for classes. So this kind of gets people used to that whole system. And we've got some color and some just a nice user interface here that makes it easy to understand and show what to do.